While I was driving, I actually got hit. A lot of things happened really fast, just like a blackout. And by the time I woke up, it was just chaos everywhere and thick smoke. Yeah, so the thinking came after. I didn't pay attention to me as much because when I woke back up, I just remember looking at her. I thought that she was alive, so I was trying to get them to get her out first. Then people was running to the car, and they were trying to get me out. And I was just like, I don't know. I lost the love of my life.
My sister called me, who lived with my grandmother at the time, and was like, we think Stevie's been in an accident. They say she's at Grady. I was the first one to Grady, and she took me back to the room and said the chaplain will be with you. Oh my God. I immediately broke down. It was really a blur. Like I was on the floor.
This case was a car accident, but it was a lot more than that. It ended up being a case primarily about construction negligence. Our clients were hit from the side, on the passenger side, very lightly, and it caused their vehicle to begin rotating counterclockwise. And at the time that our clients were hit, it was right in the space where a concrete median wall was being built. The construction team had left this construction site in a horribly negligent condition, and unfortunately for our clients, it caused the vehicle to rotate right into this negligently installed impact attenuator, which popped off and resulted in the concrete impaling the passenger side door and then ultimately fatally injure Stevie Bryant. She left behind a minor child who was not involved in the car accident.
Stevie was a kind-hearted person, just a beautiful human being.
Stevie was an amazing mother. Definitely the kind of mother that I would want to be. Her and her daughter were like best friends, inseparable. Stevie's my cousin. She was my closest family member. We grew up together. We're 1.5 years apart. Really inseparable. So this was extremely tragic. Very tough for me. Still to this day, definitely the worst day of my life, hands down. I don't think it'll ever be topped. That day, I lost not only my closest family member, but one of my best friends. And it's all to something that could have been prevented.
This outcome was absolutely preventable. It was the result of multiple layers of corporate negligence and people not knowing what they were doing and choosing to be ignorant. And but for that negligence, Stevie Bryant would be alive today. When we were initially contacted about the case, we were told by Lloyd that this was a car accident and that he had spoken with some other law firms about it. And I think a lot of law firms, when they get a call like that and hear that somebody's spoken to other law firms, are quick to dismiss it as something must be wrong or flawed with this case. But Lloyd described to me on the phone and then subsequently came into our office to meet with me and said, something just doesn't sit right with me. And listened to him talk about what happened, and I said, I agree. Something doesn't sit right with me. I mean, there was a picture of this car impaled by the concrete. I felt that it warranted further investigation into why could something like this happen.
For us to get hit and this should happen, it didn't even make any sense at all that someone should lose their life. But just because that barrier was open, that's why the whole thing turned fatal. Every other lawyer that I went to didn't treat me the way I was expecting to be treated. The insurance didn't put up a fight. They were just ready to just pay out the minimum and all that and go about their way. And the other law firms was like, just take that and go about their way. And I'm happy that a law firm like McArthur was able to dig into the case and bring out the truth and fight for me and my family.
This is the worst experience ever in my life this case. And McArthur Law Firm, I feel like, gave me some comfort. I feel like Lindsey was extremely personable. She took a lot of time to understand me, my relationship with my cousin, and her, and who she was as a person. And I think that was the most important part for me. So we built a relationship. I absolutely would recommend McArthur Law Firm. I think they did an excellent job. I think they did everything that could be done in this situation. I think that justice was served to the fullest that it could be. You can't bring her back, but I'm just happy now that in the future companies can be held accountable for their negligence in situations like this.